me again.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Fun stuff.
Look, it's part. Oh, that is beautiful, Chef. Bon appetit.
Hey everybody, I'm Vera Stewart and welcome to the VeryVera Show. You know, throughout this season, I've had some of the most unbelievable female entrepreneurs as my guests. Sherry and Whitney, Kat Weathers, MB Green, Nancy Hopkins, but today is absolutely no exception to that. We're going to end the season with a bang. My guest today is Stacy Brown, the founder of all of your favorites, Chicken Salad Chick. And we're going to be making two great recipes today using her products. So she's making it easy for all of us. We're going to start with the pimento cheese ring that is covered with strawberry preserves, and you don't even have to grate the cheese. And then we're going to move into Olivia's Old South stuffed tomato, which is an absolutely delicious combination. And then in Vera's Corner today, we're going to show you several ways to present chicken salad. So I know you're all excited. I am too. Let's go meet Stacy. I'm so excited to introduce all of you to Stacy Brown. She is the chick behind Chicken Salad Chick, the founder, and the craze across the Southeast is amazing. Stacy, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's just been quite a journey, the way the two of us kind of got to know each other. I had listened to your podcast on National Public Radio. They do Guy Raz, How I Built This, and I'm obsessed with it when I'm traveling. And all of a sudden, here you are being introduced, and your story was so amazing. I highly recommend for all of you out there to take a listen to this podcast. But in the meantime, as an Auburn graduate, you and my younger sister, Lou Childs from Columbus, were invited to be on a panel at Auburn University. And Lou reached out to me and said, oh, well, I met Stacy Brown today, the founder of Chicken Salad Chick. And I was going, what? And then we started emailing each other, and we just thought coming on the show and bringing your recipes and telling the story would be a great idea. So, you know, when I learned about this, I thought, why chicken salad? And that's such an interesting part of your story. So tell us about the beginning.
So I don't know if you find yourself obsessed with a dish or not, but I truly was obsessed with chicken salad. And, you know, we deal with the hand that we are dealt, correct? So I found myself a single mom with 3 children. After 10 years, a marriage ended in divorce, and I needed to figure out how to support my children, combine that with being obsessed with chicken salad and being a stay-at-home mom. So I cooked for a long time, and it all came together. It all came together in the perfect storm.
Well, in terms of how you got the word out there and how you decided to name it, what's the story behind that?
So this was all before social media.
Right.
This was all before Facebook. So back in that day, I really thought the key to everyone learning about this at-home business was going to be a car magnet. And I thought that was genius.
Oh, it was?
Genius, a car magnet.
So you're just riding around with this magnet, and
Yes.
you've got the chicken salad in the back seat.
Yes, and I am thinking, how are people going to absorb at a red light quickly what I do? Chicken salad has to be in the name. And I'm the chick that's going to bring it to you. So Chicken Salad Chick just worked perfectly. It was catchy. People would remember it. They knew immediately what I did.
Absolutely. And, you know, at that point, I'm sure you're thinking, if I'm going to go even further, maybe I need a little help. Because as you said, there was no social media. So
That's
what
right.
did you do in terms of getting yourself marketed?
So I really had never run a business before. Here, all of a sudden, I am running a business from home, and I knew I needed help. And thankfully, I was able to reach out to a longtime family friend, Kevin Brown, who eventually became my husband and business partner. And he was very business savvy. He had all of the experience and tools necessary to help me get the word out and create an effective business.
Well, and didn't he think you needed to personalize it with, you know, maybe changing up some of the flavors? And did he, or was it you that thought of the idea of naming them after real people?
Well, so I started coming up with different recipes based on my neighbors' needs. You know, that Elizabeth, I knew she liked chicken salad with fruits and nuts, so I made a recipe just for her, and I did these recipes on people's profiles, taste profiles that they enjoyed. And Kevin said, if you are going to have different flavors, you really need to name them something and maybe give them like girly names or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the most brilliant idea ever. Chicken salad chick with girly names makes an entire theme.
Oh, it was so great.
So,
because, you think about it, when you go to lunch with the girls, you order chicken salad no matter where you are.
Absolutely.
And I love the part about, reaching out to people and letting them just sample it. And what did you like? Well, there is so much to this story that we're going to keep learning. But when we come back from the break, we're going to actually get started on a recipe other than chicken that you sell in your store that is going to be very familiar to all of you, and you're going to make it easy for us. So come back with us in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. And if you're just joining me, I am so thrilled today to have as my special guest, Stacy Brown, the founder of Chicken Salad Chick. And we've already learned so much about you. And as I said earlier, the NPR podcast, How I Built This, about Stacy, is just the most comprehensive overview of how your business was created. It's amazing. But there are other things besides chicken salad when you walk through the front door. And this pimento cheese is amazing.
Thank you. And this is my late husband, Kevin Brown's recipe.
Oh my gosh, well,
Yes.
he nailed it.
He
And,
did.
For those of us that have been fond believers in Tea Time at the Master's Cookbook, the now famous cheese ring by Rosalind Carter is so delicious. It's always at somebody's cocktail party, but you got to grate the cheese and got to add all the other stuff. Well, here is your idea to make it and get the hard part off by using this. So let's get started with this recipe.
So this is a twist to the classic. Would you like to start over on that?
No. This is wonderful.
So this will create the same effect that wonderful classic recipe has on your guests without the labor.
Absolutely.
So,
and the fact that it has pimento in it is also, a different, because the actual recipe doesn't. So if you'll start mixing that and get that worked out, the recipe of hers has onion, but yours has onion.
We do have a little onion in this recipe, but if you want to
add
a little
extra freshly grated Vidalia onion.
That just adds so much flavor.
Makes it great. And then pecans, and just like anything else, the pecans can be just raw pecans, or they could be toasted, whatever. But we like to do this kind of to taste. I want to be able to see them, don't you, Stacy?
Yes, absolutely. And to get that nice crunch in every bite.
So I've probably put about a half a cup to 2 pounds of your pimento cheese. And what we've done here is we have sprayed lightly a 6-cup bundt pan with cooking spray so that it won't stick. So while you're continuing to mix that, and whenever you're ready, you can start adding it there. Then I want to speak to this new flavor, Delicious Diva.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So we have so many guests all the time that love to share their own recipes with us, and lots of suggestions come in, and we love to hear those. And we saw that we were having so many suggestions. We said, why don't we have a contest for our guests to get involved in? So we held a contest. There were over 3,500 recipe submissions. We did a lot of tasting. And we narrowed it down to 3 different flavors and then let our guests vote. And they voted on this concoction of fresh dill and cucumber. It is such a lovely, refreshing flavor for the summer. So the guest that submitted this recipe, she won a prize of $5,000. We brought her to Auburn, treated her like a rock star. We did a photo shoot. Her name's Jennifer. I'll never forget her. She was 7 feet tall.
Where is she from?
She's from Tallahassee.
Oh my gosh.
And so we did this photo shoot in my kitchen, and I had to stand on a suitcase so that we could smile at the camera together.
I mean, I know how it feel. I had to stand on a box when James Farmer was on the show.
It is so funny, but
okay, well,
we had
these
a great
are
time.
2 great appetizers that if hubby calls and said, we're going to have some people over for drinks, and you're going to run to Chicken Salad Chick.
Absolutely.
You're going to make this. You're going to cut up a cucumber that's already in your refrigerator and throw on a little delicious diva, and you will be a diva for those guests. So when we come back after the break, in Vera's Corner today, the expert here is going to give us some presentation ideas for chicken salad, and then we're going to get started on Olivia's Old South stuffed tomato. So we'll stay busy and you come back. You know, chicken salad is a Southern staple, and there's so many ways to present it. So I've invited Stacy Brown, the founder of Chicken Salad Chick, to go over some of these ideas.
Turn chicken salad into an easy-to-eat hors d'oeuvre by scooping a small amount into a baked phyllo shell. Garnish with a small sprig of parsley. One way I love to display chicken salad is in a martini glass. Place a lettuce leaf in the bottom of the glass, then add a small scoop of chicken salad on top. Serve with a fork, and it's an easy upscale presentation. A crescent roll cone is both a fun kitchen activity to do with your children and grandchildren, and a great vessel for chicken salad. To make a crescent roll cone, roll 8 sheets of foil into small cone shapes. Lay out a sheet of crescent roll dough and cut lengthwise into 8 1-inch strips. Wrap each strip around the foil cone, starting at the bottom. Bake on an ungreased sheet for 7 to 9 minutes. Allow to cool completely before removing the mold. Pipe or scoop your favorite chicken salad right into the middle. Chicken salad can be used in so many ways. Try one of these and switch it up.
Welcome back, everybody. And Stacy, thank you so much for those great tips for presenting chicken salad. I love the martini glass idea.
So many fun things you can do.
I know it. And you know, there's never a break on the Very Vera show, as you saw. So during the break, you finished the pecan ring.
Yes, and I just patted that down with the back of that spoon, and it filled nicely, and we are ready to turn that over and present it.
It's going to be so beautiful. Great idea for your next cocktail party. So now we are going to get started on another flavor. And when you told me that 3,500 people submitted ideas for chicken, that just goes to show you what you could do to a chicken salad recipe.
Absolutely. Endless possibilities.
Endless. So this is Olivia's Old South. So tell us about this chicken salad.
So this recipe is so close to my heart. So this is the epitome of Southern chicken salad. And so when we describe this to people, we say this is like grandmother's recipe. It has sweet pickles and eggs. I have literally watched a guest. Yes, I have watched a guest put this in her mouth, close her eyes, and a tear ran down her cheek. And she said, "That is my grandmother."
Well, and see, that's what you want, is that reaction. So what I did during the break was I took a tomato, and you can use red, you know, you can use heirloom, you could use yellow. If it's not flat, you want to be sure you cut the bottom off so it'll sit flat on the plate. And then core it out. Just take the top off, and then I just took a sharp knife and made a little design. So this is one way to present, and certainly the grandmothers would remember this.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to let you feel that. And then a little catering tip that I will give, when you're working with tea sandwiches, which is the rest of this presentation, just dampen a paper towel just go over to the sink with your paper towel, just hit it with some water, and keep your bread covered up so that it won't get stale.
Absolutely.
So let's
just put a little parsley on the top of that.
See, you can see the egg. I mean, honestly, you could tell somebody you made that yourself.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
All right, so you're going to do the little tea sandwiches.
Okay.
there with that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to do a ribbon. So you're going to cut circles. I'm actually using 2 different colors of bread. I've got a wonderful whole wheat, and I'm just going to do a thin little layer while you cut circles for closed face, just little tea sandwiches. And honestly, Stacy, to me, that is still like the #1 hors d'oeuvre at a cocktail party. Just give somebody a tea sandwich.
Absolutely. It's so easy to hold.
The men love them. All right, so I've got the Olivia's on here. I'm going to put a white piece and spread again. And then you're going to do a little garnish feature with freshly cut parsley. That'll make that tea sandwich look like you went to a lot of extra trouble. You know, in catering, if I did that, I could charge like $2 more. That was always fun.
And we're just going to roll this in the parsley. So it has a beautiful
look at that.
green.
I mean, it's just a little something different.
Delicious.
And then I'm actually going to take my knife and cut my crust off. And this is what you eat while you're working on your party. Is that right? Because you know, you're going to be so busy, you're not going to get to eat. But the wonderful thing about this is you don't think about popping into Chicken Salad Chick with your list like you're going to the grocery store.
Well,
and plan your whole party or your whole Mother's Day little opportunity around stuff that you've already got in the store.
Well, those hours of labor into the chicken salad you can spend with your family.
Exactly. All right, so we've got 2 different sandwiches. We're going to get a beautiful presentation put together, and then we've got a fantastic giveaway today. So come back with us in just a few minutes. Right now, I feel like I'm in Francis, Virginia's tea room in Atlanta, which I'm sure when we spoke about chicken salad today, there are many of our audience that are thinking about where they've enjoyed chicken salad. And Stacy, you have just influenced so many people. This whole idea of your story, how it got started, is so inspirational. And it brings me to, if you had to think of a hardship, something that's happened to you along the way, and what has become of that, what would that be?
So starting your own business, you know, comes with a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome, but the single most devastating hardship to us was losing my late husband and partner, Kevin Brown, to stage 4 colon cancer. And that was the most devastating hardship that we have endured as a brand, but it also led to the formation of the Chicken Salad Chick Foundation, which exists still today and in honor of his legacy to fight cancer and feed the hungry. So we are impacting people in a positive way through Kevin's influence every day.
Oh, and it's so inspirational. It's just wonderful. We learned today in Vera's Corner from you some different ideas for presentation for chicken salad, but we've kind of thrown in a few more today. So let's talk a little bit about our presentation. We started with the pecan cheddar cheese ring from your pimento cheese that makes this recipe very easy. And we just flipped out the bunt, put the strawberry preserves in the center, crackers around, and honestly, just on a cracker, this is just amazing. So that's just an easy and quick thing. Then we did our chicken salads and did the stuffed out tomato, and what we have here is different courses. So just a beautiful spring looking presentation there. We did the tea sandwiches that are just on a bed of greens, again picking up the colors. And then finally our cucumber sandwiches that makes it light with not using bread, just using cucumber. So there are 3 locations of Chicken Salad Chick right here in our area. But tell us where we are right now with the whole franchise.
So we have 118 locations open today, and we plan to open between 40 and 50 for the near future every year.
Well, and that's like 2 a week.
It is.
It's
It
crazy.
is. We are busy, but it is so much fun, and we're so excited to bring a taste of the South all the way to California and up to Maine eventually.
Well, we're going to be really interested in all of that. And then when someone walks into a chicken salad chick, what is that feeling you want them to have?
We want them to just feel the South give them a hug. You know, when they walk in, they need to feel that warm, inviting environment and then be served made from scratch products that just make you crave coming back for more.
Well, that brings us to the giveaway today. You have been so generous. We're going to be giving away 13 $100 gift cards, and we want you to go to our website, either to our Instagram page or to our Facebook page, learn about how to enter the contest. Please tell us where you're watching the show, and then we were going to be seeing lots of people have this experience. And for those of you that are not familiar with Chicken Salad Chick, again, you can learn more about Stacy on her social media pages, and we want you to always consider that when you walk into that store, the person hugging you is going to be Stacy because of how much of herself has gone into it. So, as I always say on the VeryVera show, no matter what you do it in good taste. We're going to taste some great chicken salad. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you so
Look forward
much
to
for
hearing
having me.
more about your success.
Thank you.